What about the healing? Real talk. Let's get into it. The card that you have today is Bout in the reverse, right? We're gonna talk about some things. We're gonna talk about what I want to say is that I'm not going to talk about everything on this card. It's one thing I want to talk to you about. It's one thing that's standing out and screaming out is harsh truths. It is some things that you have done. It's a thing or some things that you have done to other people, places, things, whatever. You know where this energy goes. But you keep pretending like it was somebody else's fault. You keep pretending like it is you did what you did because of someone else. You keep projecting and blaming and trying to give the energy to another individual, a place, a situation, age, or whatever. You're trying to find a place to fit it, but each place you try to fit it, it never fits. And so when it doesn't fit, it comes back to you. And then you have to go through the whole cycle again of trying to fit this situation, fit the blame, place the blame, throw it at somebody, project it to somebody, and then it's a whole nother cycle. Instead of admitting, instead of facing, instead of looking and seeking and trying to figure out the harsh truth about what you did. And I'm not saying that another individual didn't trigger it. I'm not saying that another person didn't play into the situation. But at this point in time in your life, you have to deal with this situation. It's not going away. It is something that you must deal with. It is something that you must conquer. It is something that you must face about you, that you keep running away from. A choice that you made, something that you did, something that you said, something that you did that was very harsh to another individual, but you can't get rid of it. You can't move on with your life. You can't go to the next phase in your life until you acknowledge your part that you played in the situation. Because when you own up to your part, then you're able to see clearly what it is that you need to heal, let go, release. You need to see about the situation as a whole, not what that person did, what you did. What you did then, what you did afterwards, what you're doing now about the situation. If you can't face what actually happened and what part you played in the beginning, how in the world are you going to be able to see what you've been doing and what you're doing now to escalate and keep the situation brewing and keep the situation keep going? You're not going to be able to see none of it because you haven't faced it yet. When you're able to face it, acknowledge it, and see yourself, forgive yourself. How can you forgive yourself for something that you can't even face? You can't even admit that you were wrong. You can't even admit the role that you played in it. How can you forgive yourself when you think you haven't done anything wrong? So, in certain situations, because I'm getting that now, I'm not talking about certain situations where you were a child and something has transpired. You can't control what happened to you when you was a child and all the people that was around and didn't help and didn't. You can't control that. That's a situation you can't control. But what you can control is how you feel about it now. You can't control how you can let it go now. You can control how you can control now how to release and let go of that situation from the past and make it your business to live your best life in spite of that situation, because that situation cannot change. It happened. It cannot change. It cannot be fixed. It cannot be nothing. But what it can be is forgiveness. What it can be, peace. What it can be, grace. What it can be, fulfillment in your life moving forward. Not allowing that situation to take hold and take control of your whole life. That's not what you came here for. And that situation is not your existence. It's not who you are. Just because that happened doesn't mean that you have to be in this energy for the rest of your life. No, that happened to you. But that happened to you so you can in turn teach somebody else how to get through it. You can teach someone else what not to do, how to get out and release and let go and live your life. That's why it happened. It's for you to write that book. It's for you to have that podcast. It's for you to have that channel. It's for you to get the word out. It's for you to reach out to those people, places, and things that need an outlet, need a way, need someone to show them the way out. That is why it happened. It did not happen to destroy you. It happened for you to teach and reach somebody else and have them learn from you what to do in a situation that you both share. That is why. Okay? Harsh truths. Accepting those harsh truths that happened to you. That's that aspect. Accepting those harsh truths that you've done to someone else. You may not be able to apologize to apologize or acknowledge the wrongs that you have done to people. But what you can do is accept it. Accept what you've done. Acknowledge what you've done. Stop walking around blaming other people. And start looking at you and accepting what part you played. Forgiving yourself and refusing to be in a negative mindset and refusing to blame and refusing to spew out hate unto other people because of a hurt that happened to you, that you reached out and hurt other people because you hurt other people. But because you're hurt, you want to blame and say that it was okay because it happened to you, but that's not the way it goes. But that's the way society, that's the way it goes in this realm. Hurt people. It's justifiable. Nobody was ever there for me. Why should I be there for you? Everybody hurt me, so I'ma hurt you. how people do me, that's the way I'ma do you. That's the blame. They the blame, not me. That situation happened to me. That's the blame. That's why it happened, because of a situation that happened to me. And all I'm doing out of hurt, instead of healing that hurt, instead of acknowledging that I'm hurt, and instead of me acknowledge what happened to me and I'm hurt, and go get the help that I need so I can release it and heal it and live a healthy life, I'm spewing out hate. I'm spewing out, I'm trying to hurt other individuals. I'm trying to damage and destroy and destruct other people's lives, because my life is in shambles, because I refuse to heal. That's how that cycle it keeps going on and on and on, and it goes generational until somebody stands up and go through the hurt and pain for everybody in the bloodline that's been hurt, and everybody in the bloodline that's going through pain and suffering that did not do the healing. Someone stands up and do the healing and stand in the gap for the bloodline. See, it's time out to be selfish and only think about you and what happened to you, and somebody hurt you, and yeah, it hurt. Everybody hurts. But it's time to see things from a different perspective, a broader perspective as to why things happen. It happened because it's a generational thing. The hurt never was healed. So as each person comes into a bloodline, everybody experiences that kind of hurt from generation to generation until somebody stands up. So those that refuse to deal with the hurt and refuse to deal with the healing that they need to heal for themselves, they're not really doing it for themselves, they're doing it for the bloodline. And when you make a conscious decision to stop waddling in your self-pity and your self-pain and see the broader prospect that it's not just my healing, this is not just it happened to me, because this, if I look back, it's a generational thing. It's not a me thing. It's not something that happened just to me. It happened to the whole bloodline. Now, what you gonna do about it? Are you gonna continue to allow that hurt and pain to go to the next generation, or are you gonna stop it? Are you going to acknowledge it? Are you going to heal that pain once and for all for the bloodline? It's totally up to you. All of us have a choice in the matter. We have free will. Nobody's going to take your free will. If you want to waddle in that, waddle in it. I'm just speaking and letting you know the way it is. I'm giving you the harsh truth about generational curses and generational pain and generational hardships and generational heartbreak that go from generation to generation, that carries over until somebody says, I'm going to heal this thing. Will it be you, or are you going to let somebody else endure? The choice is yours. I'm going to leave it right there. Hit the comments. Let a sister know. Am I hitting it? Hit the comments with an emoji. Let a sister know you're rocking with me. Hit that subscribe button. Let a sister know that you are riding with me. Thumbs up, thumbs down. It doesn't matter. It helps the channel out. I don't have anything in the description right now. I'm just going to wait until I can write a detailed description out in regards to this particular channel. But you can go out to, if you want to see more from me, you liking the content, go to All About the Healing. That's ALLBOUTTHA, healing, without a G. Go check me out there. I'm on social media. You can check me out there. But I will be putting out something in the description box soon. I want to send you love. I want to send you healing. And I want you to make that sound decision, because this is not just about you. It's about everything. It's all about the healing. And that's 100. Mwah.